Bon, ben, bonjour tout le monde. Donc, bienvenue pour le stream d'aujourd'hui. Donc, aujourd'hui, le jeu que je vais jouer, c'est la fois The Miserable Crimson Odette Girl. Donc, ça, c'est un jeu, on peut dire d'aventure. C'est où est-ce qu'on incarne c'est le Petit Chaperon Rouge, mais c'est une version réinventée. Donc, une version horreur. Donc, c'est ça. Donc, c'est un peu ça, dans le fond, le synopsis. Dans le fond, c'est comme du même auteur que Red Haze. Donc, Red Haze, ce qui avait été un jeu très court, mais très bon. Donc, pour celui-ci, ce que je m'attends, dans le fond, ça verra dans le fond de la même qualité. Fait, dans le fond, c'est sûr que dans le fond, ça va être plus artsy que d'autres jeux. Mais moi, dans le fond, j'aime bien les jeux artsy lorsqu'ils sont poignants. Puis, puisque l'auteur qui a fait dans le fond, ce jeu-là, dans le fond, il est comme reconnu pour faire des jeux poignants. Fait que j'ai bien hâte d'essayer. Fait que, allons-y et commençons la partie. Bon, je pense que j'ai vu que la manette marchait, c'est ça? Ouais. Headphone, dans la noirceur, sauf pour la lampe qui est vers moi. Allons-y. Clic. F4, je l'ai fait. Parfait. Game is not suitable for all audiences. If you if you experience social thought or are sensitive to darkness subject matter, it may be a good idea to not play this game. Take care of yourself. Don't put yourself into harm's way. If you are recording or streaming this, don't fret about the vocal. You will occasionally creep up. There will be no issue with any of the audio you hear in this game with YouTube or Twitch systems. So relax and enjoy all of the music used in the game was made by some assists. So thank them. Thank some assists, I guess. Enter the woods.
Once upon a time, there was a miserable girl in a crimson hood.
Nice. Il parle à ma place, puis ça c'est parfait parce que ma voix, je pense que j'aurais pas été sûr de pouvoir le finir.
Her mother was unwell, so the girl was sent away to go stay with her grandmother, who lived deep within the woods in a strange house.
Okay.
People say that around those parts there resides a monster called the Gobbler, who preys on the weak.
Je présume que Gobbler c'est la version du loup. Vidéo. The miserable of the girl had traveled a long way through the forest, but had finally come across a clearing of trees to get her bearings. She was tired, having taken a long day's walk to get here, but felt relief upon stepping up from the trees. This was where she was to spend the next year of her life, to grow up from a little girl into a fine woman. She wanted to become a woman, so she could hurry back to her mother. It wasn't allowed to stay with her mother anymore, because her mother was no longer able to take care of her. As a little girl, it was decided she couldn't take care of herself. She was considerable but she was considered irreliable, weak, naive, irresponsible, and childish. All the world, all words that she loathed. But if she could become a woman, then not only could she take care of herself, but her mother as well. Got in the thoughts, the miserable crimson-hooded girl was slow to notice the figure standing in front of her. Oh. A woman bowed down to her, a beautiful palace being held from behind her. "Welcome to my humble home, little Crimson Hood," said the woman in a gentle, polite tone. "I've been expecting you," she says, with a soft smile. The miserable crimson-hooded girl was in awe of beauty. She was like a real-life princess. But she shook off her admirations for what the woman says was all Crimson Hood. "How do you know me?" "What is it that you want?" Crimson Hood asked, sounding comparatively meek, while having a hard time getting the words out. The woman looked at that, bit of a puzzle for a moment, then resumed warmly, smiling at her. "Darling, this is your home," he beamed. "Please come inside. You must be awfully tired from your long trip." Crimson Hood couldn't deny that, as she did feel rather fatigued. But even so, he had come here for a reason, and that reason he should not forget. "Madame, your offer is kind, and your smile credible, but this is not my own," Crimson Hood insisted. "I pilgrimaged to go stay at my grandmother's, and that is where I must go." "Oh, darling, you will never get me. You will never get. I can misunderstand." The woman never responded. "This is your grandmother's house." Crimson Hood was confused. He had imagined her grandmother's house to be a wooden cottage, or maybe at most a small lodge. But a massive castle? The woman continued, "Just come inside, and all your questions shall be answered. I am preparing a nice meal for both of us. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste." Crimson Hood had a doubt, but admittedly, a hot meal sounded amazing right now. "Fine, I shall not accompany you, but you better be telling the truth," Crimson Hood cautioned. The woman simply bowed her head, lifted her dress carefully, and then responded, "I will not dream of deceiving you, darling," she warmly stated. "Come now. It is almost dark. Let's head inside." The woman lead the way into the strange castle, opening its massive entrance door with little ease. She seems stronger than Crimson Hood had expected. Ouais, pas bon signe. Crimson Hood was a little uncertain, a little nervous. But maybe the life she had lived till now had trained her to be a little cautious. The miserable Crimson Hooded girl stepped inside of the peculiar palace. I must go to finish the dinner prep. But before I do, I have a task for you, darling, said the woman as beckoned towards the door. You want to become a woman? Is that correct? More than anything, Crimson Henserin. Before you can walk the path of needles, you must tread the path of pins. There are 6 pins hidden in the rooms of the front hall of the palace. Find all 6 of them, and I will let you in for dinner. Vincent Hood nodded, for finding 6 pins didn't seem too treacherous a task. Then I shall go and finish dinner. Good luck, Crimson Hood encouraged the woman. Ok, pas de bouton running. J'étais sûr que c'est. Pas de bouton running. Il n'y a pas de escape, ok. Ici aussi. Non? Ok, juste à l'intérieur, là. Ok, a giant pot. Not much else to say. I'm gonna keep my Crimson Hood on, thanks. Ok, faut le save, ok. Le 4 lui. There's a code rack. There's a code rack. I shouldn't touch it. I don't want to break it. Yes, I know. Ouais. Where is cooking? Green looking? What? It is a monochromatic painting of a girl in the field. It is a picture of some hills with trees and a vast sky. There's something in the clock. J'en ai deux. The plants had some needed life in the big room. Just a stack of books. I'm not interested. It is a black corner. Nothing inside of it though. Bizarre que ce soit dans une librairie, je pense. Ouais. Plutôt magie. I don't feel like reading now. There's something inside the doll. The doll. It's a weird little doll. It is an empty picnic basket. Ok. J'en ai 3. Vous savez pour être sûr, au cas où que ça fasse un... C'est la cuisine à gauche, c'est ça? Non, c'est pas la cuisine. J'aurais pensé que c'était la cuisine. Parce que habituellement, dans les jeux avec les grands manoirs, absolument la cuisine est comme à gauche à l'entrée. Puis après ça, ben là, t'as tout le reste du manoir. Là. Mais le jeu, mais comme il est peut-être pas du même pays que moi je vis, fait peut-être c'est ça. Là. The lamp is cute, but it is already plenty bright hair. I poked the plant, nothing happened. There's something in the basket. Red pin. Donc là, je sais pas combien j'en ai, bon. Looking good plant. Oh. Miroir, miroir on the wall. Who is the fairest? No, the fairest of them all. A pink sofa, but I don't see anything under. It's cushions. Okay. Moi j'ai pris ce que j'avais à prendre ici. Monter en haut. On va s'y aller avant. Ok, il m'en manque 2, ça. A little... No, a nice little flower inside of a vase. It is a pretty harp, but I probably shouldn't touch it. Don't want to break it. A cup of tea, but it's cold. It looks to be alive and empty. Cool, I guess. A blue pen. This is indeed a potted plant. Nice kept potted plant. On voit à peine à cause que la chambre elle est trop claire. De par logique, elle manque juste un, c'est ça? C'est la porte de comme 5 de placer. A trash bin full of used try. It is a watering can. Probably use it to water the plants here. An indoor plant that's been well maintained. I shouldn't mess with it. The plant look nice. and healthy. It's grass. Nothing too interesting there. Oh well, what red plant? I don't want to touch a plunger. There's something inside the washing machine. Ooh. European. It's a dryer. A saying, but I don't have to use it right now. Et pourquoi le miroir il est tout décollé de même? I better not mess with the toilet paper. It is a toilet, but I have to go. For this bottle to use in the tub. Ok, en dessous c'est un tub. It is a bad tub, but I'm good. Okay, let's go to the kitchen. I've collected all 6 bits. It's time for dinner. Prism Hood was a bit restless after her long treasure hunt. That was pretty boring, I've gotta say. Prism complained. The woman was waiting behind the door, still with a quaint smile across her lips. You are still but a child, Prism Hood, the woman politely stated. Becoming a woman isn't about fun, you know? In fact, one might even say that becoming a woman is one of the hardest things you can do. That's not true. Quand t'es une petite fille ou ben un petit gars, t'es l'assumes pis que t'es comme jamais dominant. Là. Dans le fond, à moins d'être enfant roi, c'est pas une chose préférable. De façon générale. Parce que genre quelqu'un qui d'abord ce qui aurait toutes les restrictions de lorsqu'il était enfant, dans le fond, du jour au lendemain, dans le fond, fait que en tant qu'adulte, ce serait carrément la fin du monde. Prism Un was confused. Why do you say that? Are not women glad to be women? The woman just looked at Prism Hood. That depends on the person, she said simply. The woman's senses Prism Hood didn't quite understand. So she quickly changed the subject. Dinner is ready. Please come. Take a seat, darling. You did good. I like all of those pins, Prism Hood. The woman said over dinner. But I don't think you're quite ready for needles. Deep pricks and make one bleed. But everyone is ready to bleed. I don't mind bleeding none. I think blood is kinda cool, Vincent Hood responded. You have gotta be careful what you eat, the woman warned. If you eat too much of the wrong stuff, your teeth will simply begin to rot away. I don't mind brushing my teeth. The toothpaste is rather sweet, Prism Hood asserted. Your booty won't last forever, you know, the woman stated. Your skin will begin to get wrinkly and loose. Your hair will grow all over your body, and you will eventually become unsightly. Donc, ça va avoir des problèmes de yeux. I don't care what other things, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, personhood proclaimed. You're too much of a child, personhood, the woman sighed. There's so much that you don't understand. That helped me become a woman and better understand personhood. Why? You haven't touched your food, the woman noticed. That he said. Why? It doesn't look good. I don't think I will like it, personhood complained. Pas nécessairement. If you want to grow into a woman, you must do things that you don't want to do. The woman spoke in an almost pompous way. Non, ça c'est quand t'es un enfant que tu fais ça. Parce que rendu adulte, c'est là que tu fais tes choix. C'est pas qu'il y a des choix pas le fun, mais c'est quand même tes choix que tu as fait toi, et non que quelqu'un d'autre a pris à ta place. You can begin that journey by eating your dinner. Princeton had looked it over and examined her food. Je c'était oud, mais ça que c'est comme un jeu de mots peut-être, je sais pas. It did not look very appetizing to her. She wanted to be a woman, but she figured that she could get the step. Personhood pretended to eat, but secretly threw the scrap under the table. He hoped that the woman would not notice. Effectivement suspicieux. The woman stared intently at Personhood from across the table. The look the woman was giving her made Personhood a bit uncomfortable. Ça ressemble à un piège. On va le faire. The woman spoke suddenly. I heard that life with your mother was quite miserable, she heard. It wasn't that bad, Personhood said, lifting a bit in her chair. I heard that you were being diagnosed to be mentally ill, the woman commented. I don't like that label. Many people don't understand what it means, Personhood said as she swung her feet. Okay. Un trouble de TSA, madame? I heard that you don't have any friends, the woman said simply. It is because I have trouble fitting in, and many have not learned empathy, Personhood said, while fidgeting with the tablecloths. Ouais, je pense que c'est vraiment par rapport au TSA, son affaire. Un trouble du spectre autistique. Ouais, ASD en anglais, je pense qu'on dit. All of that is surprisingly mature of you, the woman observed. Did your mother teach you all of that? Personhood thought about it for a moment. These phrases and beliefs had not come from her mother, but then from where did they originate from? It was like something she just knew deep down, but had not always known. At some point, it had been ingrained into her. But by thinking about it, her mind began to associate, like a trail of breadcrumbs. She began to recall the past. Once upon a time, there was a miserable crimson-hooded girl. The miserable crimson-hooded girl was a daughter, the queen of crows. As crowed, they were scavengers, living off the meager scrap they could get. Okay, the queen was gentle with the miserable crimson-hooded girl, offering physical love readily, such as hugs and kisses. But the queen always seems ashamed that she couldn't offer much more than that. My daughter, I'm sorry I cannot give you more. I'm sorry that all I can give are scraps. I'm sorry that I've infected you with the sickness. The queen of crows will lament. The miserable crimson-hooded girl did not see it that way, however. My mother gave her a lot of loves, more than her fill. Plus, the miserable crimson-hooded girl was fine with scraps, and the girl blamed herself for catching the sickness. The miserable crimson-hooded girl was unhappy, but those Abby's memory became harder and harder to hold onto within her head. The sickness clouded her mind like rain clouds. It almost never stopped raining in her mind. Like most sickness was invisible. Like most invisible things, many did not believe in it. And like most things, people don't believe in it, they decide to make a mockery of it instead. Malheureusement, c'est fréquent. Sadly. À l'école, ça. The horror girls harassed the miserable crimson-hooded girl. Let's get from the struggles in her own mind, and without much to show for herself, she became an easy target for those trying to climb the social hierarchy ladder. Je connais très bien ça aussi. Look how run down her shoes are, one girl will say. The shoes were the best her mother could have afford her, of course, and Crimson would laugh at them because they were from her mother, but felt shame from the girl's words. Why do you hardly say anything, freaks? Another girl would chimes. The miserable crimson-hooded girl had come to the school with no friends and was a bit shy. She was not experienced in how to socialize, and the mean words made her afraid to reach out. You're just a lazy, ugly girl, the other girl sneered. The miserable crescent-hooded girl struggled with these words. He made her feel bad, full of self-doubt. Was she really just lazy? Was she really worth anything? If she struggled to do simple things? Maybe she was the bad one, who didn't deserve to be happy. That possibly the reason she just started to dislike herself was because she was unlikable. Donc la réjection, être rejeté. The clouds in our mind became heavier and stormier. The bullying became harsher and more frequent. Yes. Over the time, it all chipped away at the miserable crimson hooded girl, bit by bit. He wanted it all to stop. He became convinced this was all herself, and it is impossible to escape yourself. He thought it be her fault that she was so weak and horrible, but even like this, she still wanted things, and this made her hate herself even more. He found it so hard to master the power, and will try and connect with others. The miserable crimson-hooded girl became to isolate herself. While the crimson hood had been caught up in her headspace, the woman snuck up on her, grabbing her by the hand and lifted her up from the chair. Crimson Hood was caught very much off guard. You don't have to think too hard about it, darling, the woman comforted. You're safe now. The past is the past. Crimson Hood thought over her words for a minute as something didn't seem right about them. And peace. Together, what was bothering her about it? One can't so easily forget the past, nor should they, Crimson Hood reasoned. Bruises will darken, wounds become infected, scars leave marks. If you don't attend properly to their recovery. Yes. The woman paused, clearing thought of what to say before continuing. But the mind can be a cruel place of unreality. The woman finally went on to say, it can draw us parallel to things we don't want to think about, and hence snare us into a trap of anxiety. Yeah, even us, adults, are just barely beginning to grasp the truly dreadful weight of anxiety, and how it affects us. And had that our mind constantly lied to us. The truth of that is literally always right in front of our face, as we hardly ever get to see or know or knows. but they are always there within our visions. Our mind just block it out. Our mind doesn't show us the truth, but it processes personal version of it. The mind can become a cruel place if it begins to cast a shadow on itself. The woman's answer was a very serious one, but Kristen Hood didn't know what to say. Seeing Kristen Hood standing a bit awkwardly, the woman continued, just smiled at her and held the girl's hands to her bosom. Sorry for laying all of that onto you. I said too much. Come now. We have had hard dinner. So now it is time. There's something still away deep within the castle that I'd like to share you. Some odd followed the woman through the hall of the castle. The halls were vast, but almost entirely empty. The amount of empty space almost felt as if it had a weight to it, a playing pressure that made one more aware of how they themselves appear. Was making Kristen Hood self-conscious. The large emptiness almost felt as if it were an iris of an eye. Maybe sensing the girl's discomfort, the woman started some small talk. How are you, Kristen Hood? The woman asked. That's a terrible way to start a conversation, Kristen Hood responded. All of the pressure on me to give a good response as to not trap us into an awkward social dead end where neither of us knew how to continue. I suppose you're right, the woman resolved. This is c'est une réponse très, dans le fond, c'est autistique, ça, là, comme. Ce qu'elle vient de répondre, là. Dire que ça, dans le fond, c'est pas juste raisonner, ça, dans le fond, c'est raisonner en autiste. Ce qui n'est pas mauvais, soit en passant, mais c'est quand même. Fait qu'il faut comprendre ce point-là. But will there happen to be something you'd like to talk about? Kristen Hood had thought of something she had been meaning to ask in the meanwhile, but was a bit frightened to actually do so. Something about putting the questions into words terrifying her. Aussi, c'est un autre symptôme de TSA. However, it needed to be said, so she gathered up the courage to speak. I've been meaning to ask you this, ma'am. But how are you, my grandmother? Earlier you said this was your home, and my grandmother's home, and my home as well. But I have not seen or heard another soul the whole time I've been here, other than you. You have white hair, but it's so beautiful. You don't look to be all that much older than I. So are you my grandmother? My grandmother's age? Or who are you exactly? Ok. Behind us, the avarice. Before us, the acidia. Okay. Ça parle des péchés capitaux, j'imagine. Si j'ai bien compris. Ok. Oh, sorcier là. All, win all winter threw about my head. Beneath the driving rain, the north wind powder me with snow and blows me back again. At midnight neat, mazes of star, I flame with glittering rhymes, and stand above. Le son est trop fort pour que je puisse parler. And stand above the stubble, stiff as mail at morning prime. But when that child called spring, and all his host of children come, scattering their buds, and dew upon those heartbreaks of my home, some raptors in my rags awakes. I lift the void eyes and scan the skies for crows, those ravening foes of my strange master men. I watch him straighting link behind his clashing team, and know soon, and know, alright, soon will the wheat switch body high, where hunts a sterile snow. Will Saul gaze across a sea of suns begotten grains, which my my unflinching watch out seen, for harvest once again. Okay. On voit rien. Oh, un puits. You see nothing but darkness down the well. Je pense que c'est ça le propos aussi. Tout ce qu'on voit, c'est la noirceur. Oh. A save point. A strange rock with an odd symbol on it. Ah, encore. This looked like the rock with an odd symbol on it before. Just a bit different. Okay. un arbre.
What was once before you, an exciting, mysterious future, is now behind you. Lived, understood, disappointing. You realize you are not special. You have struggled into existence and are now slipping silently out of it. This is everyone's experience, every single one. The specifics hardly matter. Everyone is everyone. So you are Adele, Hazel, Claire, Olive. You are Ellen. All her meager sadnesses are yours. All her loneliness, the gray straw-like hair, her red raw hands. It's yours. It is time for you to understand yourself.
Yes, I'm odd. Don't wander off. Now, there is something I must show you, you remember? It is deeper within the castle still. Please follow me. Okay. What are you waiting for? Do not be afraid. This is important for both of you and I. I shall show you the way. So please follow me. You want to become a woman, right? I promise you, this will help you grow up. Méfiance will lead you into the path of womanhood. Ça s'appelle un viol, puis non merci. If you listen, I will let you play with needles. You will like that, right? I know you're tired of pins. Then come with me. I will show you needles. Bad idea. I cannot flee. It is a body mannequin. It is some balloons tied down. It is a baby cradle. I don't like it. Son subconscient, je pense qu'il parle finalement. C'est comme ton subconscient, mais c'est un peu comme un loup. Parce que t'es comme coincé avec des émotions. A big cushion chair makes me feel very small. A pink bird cage with nothing inside of it, but it is locked. A bed, but I'm not sleepy. Battement de cœur en plus. It is a stack of car tires. It's a car tire. Just a pile of rubber. Tire just sitting around. Somebody took out the middle piece from inside the car tire. J'appelle ça un rime. A lone tire. Oh. Un zoom in, c'est un peu bon signe. A stage light, but it is not turned on. Stage light, but it's not turned on. An empty shopping cart, but its wheel has been locked into place. The mirror is foggy. I can't see anything in it but glass. One thing, there is nothing interesting in the cabinet. A large set of drawers, but they're locked. Yeah, si l'autre est seul dans le château, il n'y a pas de raison que se barrer. A strange slab of some kind. Elle est rentrée dans un délirium, je pense. Elle est en train de mourir. Crimson hood, a hunter red, blindingly bright outdoor terrace. A long cloaked figure stood at the edge of a balcony, looking at a clear blue sky. Crimson Hood was hesitant, but decided to approach the figure. Excuse me, grandmother, is that you? En plus, c'est la mort. Crimson Hood let her eyes on me for the first time. I look back at her. I began to truly notice her feature. What small eyes you have, I said. Crimson Hood looked at me with a look of bewilderment on her face. What? Crimson Hood brought herself to say in confidence. What big cheeks you have, I said. The better to pluck hat, darling, I continued. You're not my grandmother, are you? Crimson Hood said in a panic. And what round hairs you have, I said. The better to hear in the dark, I suppose. Who are you? Crimson Hood was frozen in place. What a beautiful tongue you have, I said. The better to lick whose hard to reach place. Get away from me, Crimson Hood screamed. What a soft throat you have, I said. I wonder how sensitive it may be. Please go away, Crimson Hood sobbed. What a small chest you have, I said. I suppose you're still becoming a woman. Crimson Hood struggled and stepped back while I watched it. Don't come any closer, Crimson Hood cried. Yet, what a thin belly you have. Have you begun to have your period, I wonder? And with that, Crimson Hood ran. And I watched it. Mhm. Et là, à droite. Ok. Rien. Ok, c'est la chambre de tantôt. What? Ah, faut que je fasse ça. My poor little cerebral crimson hooded girl. You look upset and tired. Please come and sit with me. I don't know you. You are mistaken, Crimson Hood. You do know me. You know me for a long time, and you will come to know me. All of us change, darling. I don't seem to change fast enough. I feel like I'm standing still. Very up you are. Come closer, I will tell you a secret. No, closer. I am in the room now. Darling, come closer. You are still so young. Anyway, I got a secret for you. It's about the path to womanhood. There is a box down below here. That's what you are looking for. It's important. Why it is so hot in there? That's just you feeling it's warm. You need to go down the hall in this room. It looks too steep and dark. I don't think I can. Well, wait a minute. I will go hold the rope for you. Just remember, down that hole is a box. That box is yours. You're about ready to play with needles. I hope you're ready to play with fire. Ok. Pensais que toi t'allais être invisible. Ok. Ouais. C'est quoi? There was something small sitting inside there in the box. A miserable crimson hooded girl, pick it up. And bag. It is too late. Crimson hood threw the ring across the room. It was filled with a pure, unadulterated terror. But that's impossible, Crimson Hood shouted. Who put this here? I came out of the shadow. You? It was you. What? Wasn't it? Are you the gobbler? Crimson Hood said while shaking. I merely laughed. I didn't do anything. I'm not the gobbler, but I am inside of him. That doesn't make any sense, screamed Crimson Hood yelled. Where is she? You walked right into her, darling, I said. This is your fault. Look at it. I feel like my skin is burning. That's because we are dissolving, Crimson Hood. But that's okay after all. I like your blood, boil. Hmm. Okay. The miserable Crimson Hooded Girl, a game by Yay Gameworks, read by Aesthetic Gamer, IKEA, Dust Goddam. Narrator, Dust Goddam, IKEA, Aesthetic Gamer. Sprite work done by Aesthetic Gamer, IKEA, Dust Goddam, Grayson Freedom, Assimilated Doggy, whoa. My Friend Gardens, all art by Aesthetic Gardens, credit sounds, Stair Setter by Captain Unicorn and Somesis. And all the rest of the song by Somesis, DMT Biscuit again, Plugin used. Free Tie Splash Event by Ramza Plugins. Title Movies by Ramza Plugins. Community Lightning by Terax. Filter Controller by Tsukimini. Positive Sound by RPG Hell. Let's go. Whatever. I hope you enjoyed this short personal take on the Little Riding Hood. You can find a variety of other games I've made under Yaya Gameworks on Steam. The easiest way to keep my game is to either follow Yaya Gameworks or to join the official Discord. Thanks for playing! Cool!
As the people who adore you stop adoring you, as they die, as they move on, as you shed them, as you shed your beauty, your youth, as the world forgets you, as you recognize your transience, as you begin to lose your characteristics one by one, as you learn there is no one watching, and there never was, counting off time. Now you are here, it's 7:43. Now you are here, it's 7:44. Now you are gone.
Light shines through. I take notice each time. It reminds me of your heart. It stays beating. We won't die far too soon. We'll go on
For rent.
to the moonlight.
The end. Donc c'était bien. J'ai quand même bien aimé le jeu. J'avoue que j'en ai encore un petit peu, comment dire, essayer de gérer pour certaines subtilités. Mais c'était très bien écrit. L'histoire est quand même assez claire dans sa base. C'est une personne qui a pas été capable de bien vivre son enfance. Puis résultat, mais ça l'a mis dans la... pas résultat, dans le fond, ça l'a mis dans la mauvaise patte. Dans la mauvaise trajectoire dans sa vie, puis ça l'a mené vers, comment dire, son demise. Sa propre déchéance. Donc jusqu'au point où est-ce que, à la fin, elle n'est plus là. Elle est décédée. Et oui, dans le fond, le loup est là, mais le loup, il est en lui-même, parce que puisque ça l'a grugé de l'intérieur. La maladie, mais c'est ça. C'est un petit peu mal expliqué comme qu'est-ce que j'ai dit, mais je pense que c'est quand même assez clair. Mais dans le fond, que vous savez comme qu'est-ce qu'on a vu. Donc c'est pour vous, la fois c'était pas assez clair. Mais là, avec les quelques mots que j'ai dit de plus, ça devrait être normalement dans le fond que vous avoir fait, comment dire, éclairé sur le propos du jeu. Fait que, cool. C'est fortement apprécié. Fait que c'est ça qui est ça. Fait que moi, je vais revenir. Peut-être demain, ça va dépendre. Là. Demain, en temps normal, ça aurait été le backpack. Mais là, sauf que là, la fois, je suis pas sûr à 100% si premièrement il y a un backpack. Deuxièmement, si moi je vais être assez en forme pour ça. Parce que vu que j'ai le COVID, là, fait que c'est ça. Fait que, on se revoit peut-être demain. Ça va dépendre de ma forme. Puis c'est pas qu'on soit pas demain, mais ça va être la prochaine. Ça va être très bientôt. Fait que, passez une belle soirée tout le monde. Donc, si vous avez aimé, qu'est-ce que ça vous aujourd'hui? Fait qu'il faut cliquer sur follow juste en dessous. Et pour ceux qui sont sur YouTube, en train de regarder, voilà, pour la diffusion, il faut cliquer sur souscrire juste en dessous. Même chose pour mon Discord, le lien est juste en dessous. Fait qu'on se revoit. Bon, on se revoit peut-être demain. On verra. À la prochaine tout le monde. Et à peut-être demain.